Huh, huh,
Huh, huh,
huh.
huh. 5, 6, 7, 8. Ooh, baby, this week we have the incredible, the incomparable, the most amazing, beautiful Laganja Estranja is here with us.
That's right. We're talking about choreography. We're talking about rhyming. We're talking about...
Diabetes.
Oh, yeah. We cover it all.
And I need some shrimp.
You got any queso?
See you in a little bit.
What does that mean?
I don't know. Well,
Like
it's not
after
goodbye.
The credits roll?
Yeah, it's going to be like, da-na, da-na, and then
And then
that's the
Laganja
thing.
will be here.
Yeah.
All right. Enjoy!
Diva. Shrimp.
M.
Oh.
M.
Mom!
When your first choice is a big old bus,
You turn around and boom, you end up with us. Sloppy seconds. Oh, Diva. Ah! That's the dance in her. Our number
Sorry.
is
5, 6, 7, 8.
Our number is 213-536-9180. Or email us sloppysecondspot@gmail.com. Now on with the show. Hi, you sloppy stupid little you that's so you dirty little sloppy second big dipper meatball that's big dipper.
Hello. I feel like with what you're delivering right now, you would like want to sell me something, and it's like a boat, a timeshare in a trailer park, a membership at your church, or hairspray.
It's all of them. Welcome to Meatball's Boat Show, Hairspray Show.
Howdy, dog.
Howdy diva. This I wore it in the desert, and it smells like barbecue and shrimp.
Well, how is that different from your other clothes?
They just smell like shrimp.
Okay, got it. Why don't you bring
They
out
just
our,
smell fish.
Why don't you bring out our very special guest?
She is the diva, the icon, the it girl, the quote factory. You know her, you love her. Please welcome to the stage, Miss Laganja Estranja.
Yes, God, honey, thank you so much for that lovely introduction. I love the way you sang and that you wrecked the ball.
You wrecked the ball, honey.
I
She
wrecked
came
the ball,
in
honey.
like a wrecking
That's
ball.
right, I'm back again, this time in full
person.
HD.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Well, welcome.
Yes, you've been on the
Thank
show
you.
before, but we did it over Zoom with all that gross technology.
Yes.
Dumb
Yes.
Now we're all here in the room.
I wanted to surprise you today with Chili's queso, but literally the nearest one is an hour
She knows.
away.
No, it's in Encino.
They didn't.
You could have
didn't
they
deliver.
don't deliver, but I know you have a runner somewhere up in this bitch. How dare
Her.
you?
It would have been
It
her.
would have been me. It would have been me. And
Well,
you,
it's the thought that counts.
yes.
Yeah.
And you would know more than anyone because you are the like mom satellite doll. You've been on like every program that we have
The
here.
satellite doll.
You
Wow,
know.
I just keep adding names to my dollisms. I love it.
Yeah, because
Satellite doll to the rescue.
you would often pop up on the podcast when you live next door to Willem.
Yes,
Mhm.
of course.
You've been in studio for Very Delta. You
Yep.
did an episode of Sissy That Talk Show.
I did.
You're here again on Sloppy Seconds with us. I don't know.
You know, what can I say? I just get around.
You're
She's
the
an
girl.
in-demand girl.
I get around.
Well, everyone wants to chat to you.
Well, I love that. I love chatting and kikiing, especially with the two of you.
Oh, well, thank you so much.
Absolutely.
We love you. I wore this.
Would have been better with queso, but I'll
Wow.
forgive you.
Gag.
I could have just brought some from. Have you tried Homestate queso yet?
No.
Okay, you need to try it. It's like a
Do
white
I?
queso. Oh yeah, baby.
Mm.
Oh baby.
Oh, baby. I don't know, baby. White queso, it's got to be mixed with like a hot rotel. I need, because the
fire
white
roasted.
queso is so mild, so I need something to kind of
Yeah, yeah,
spice
yeah,
up your
yeah,
life.
Yeah. You smart.
Is
you smart.
something bad about the queso that comes in the jar from the grocery store?
Yeah,
It
that's
is
just- it's
actually.
not
I've
great.
tried them all. They're giving canned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're giving like
Canned bit.
not mold cheese, but old cheese. You know, it's like,
Now hold on. Cheese.
We're
I'm
talking
on
about how
board
cheese
anytime
is going to
it's
get me
cheese.
out of this slump.
look, cheese is a choice, and I always choose
Choose
yes.
cheese.
My friend the other day was like, "That's never gonna happen. That's not a thing." I was like, "It is a thing. I'm putting it on merch. Watch."
Yeah. I would.
Cheese is a
put,
choice, and I choose yes.
I
I would
choose
put that
too.
on a
Yeah.
bumper sticker.
We literally. Well, what's your favorite type of cheese?
Well, I mean, if we're talking queso, it's got to be Velveeta.
Okay, yes.
You
yes,
know,
yes, yes,
I
yes,
need
yes,
a good
yes.
melty cheese. But my favorite cheese, like ever, would probably be between Munster or Gruyere.
Gruyere is
Ooh,
good.
Yeah, I
Gruyere
I like
so
'em both.
good.
But I like a
Munster's so-
brie. I like a sharp cheddar. I mean, I love cheese.
Do you with blue cheese ever?
I actually do. You know, I didn't think I did, and then it was like a crumble on a salad. I
It'll
got
change your
into it.
life.
It did.
Sometimes my body craves blue cheese, and I'll go get like a little
Where do you feel that craving?
all over.
Oh, wow.
and I eat the whole thing.
The tingle for cheese.
I just want it. You
Yeah.
never crave cheese?
I crave cheese a lot.
And
I
pickles.
Pickles,
Oh,
yes.
pickles,
I
yes. Oh, yeah,
love-
we had the pickle talk.
Yeah, I love a pickle.
Now they're all over TikTok. Pickles are like the coolest thing. You hollow it out, you shove a bunch
They're
of
doing
shit
all
in it,
kinds
and
of
it's
stuff with
just
it.
eat the normal pickle.
Right. Yeah, they're shoving hot Cheetos.
Why do you gotta stick it in there? Can't you just and then wrap it in a fruit roll up? Can't you just
put
eat
it back
all
in
of
the
that
jar,
separate?
let it marinate? They're doing all kinds
No,
of
no,
things.
no.
No, yeah. Just go to the movie theater, give me a good overpriced $7 pickle in
Yes!
a bag. I love it.
And then you drink the juice.
You
drink
do.
your juice, Shelby.
Well,
Yeah.
having a little pickle juice in your life is a very good thing for
It's
your
a good,
body.
very, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
For your body. I was talking about a chive, a Monterey Jack and chive
Oh, that sounds good.
cheese that I got that was very, very good. And then I love a lot of the like crumbly Mexican cheese.
Oh, yes. A good
I like
cojicha.
yes, and I like queso fresco on
Yes.
anything.
Oh yeah.
Levels it up. It does.
Wow,
it levels
how
up
does
the
it go?
dish.
Levels it
up. Love it.
How have you
both-
been? What's going on in your life? Now that we really just
Well,
talked about your
Been eating cheese, to be honest. That's what's been in my life.
And how have you been?
No, I'm sickening, mama. You know how the doll does. I have been touring a lot this year with Work the
Yes.
World, which was a lot of fun.
Oh my God,
This year's
totally.
show's theme was the Matrix,
Yes.
aka the Slatrix, aka the Gaytrix.
All
There
of
it
the
is.
And that was a unique choice, but I think people really
Were you not
enjoyed
feeling your
Did you
leather
not?
jacket
No,
faded?
I might
can
have
I
had
say
some
something?
creative directing notes,
Ooh.
but
The Matrix
Call
is a-
Brandon.
It just seems so long ago that it was like a huge thing. And then I came up as the Matrix and I was like, wait, are they all going to be just doing like Matrix numbers?
Well, fun fact, did you know that The Matrix was actually written by the then Wachowski brothers, who are
Yes.
now Wachowski sisters?
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
And that The Matrix was actually about the trans existence. It was a
Yes.
metaphor for the trans existence. Of course, they couldn't really talk about that back then, both with themselves and with the film. In fact, Keanu didn't even know that and found out many years later in a press release that that's actually what the film was about.
God.
So I kind of felt like a cool tie to that lineage of
Yeah.
like carrying that story forward. So in a way, it was really cool, but it was kind of the first time Work the World has had a story.
Right.
Usually it's a theme, each girl
Mhm.
has their own number, whereas this year we were more like characters in almost like a jukebox musical. So imagine Matrix, the jukebox musical starring your
Honey.
favorite drag race.
And
Honestly,
Queens.
it looked
We had-
incredible.
It
though.
was sick.
The thing spinning
It was
open.
sickening.
Come
I'm not
on.
gonna lie. I'm
we
not gonna
had
lie.
Diabetti on the show just
I
before.
know, I saw.
And you guys were sort of swapping
We
a
had
track,
the same
right?
role. That's
Yeah,
right, the same
okay.
track. I originated it, not to
Okay.
be that girl, but I did. And
But the way
You
she
are that
said it,
girl.
it was two of you together.
we did learn it together, but I did take it on the road
I love
first,
it.
not to get
I love
picky. No,
Sickening.
she was so sweet on the show about me, which
Oh,
like
yeah.
totally warmed my heart because I really do love her. I consider her like one of my very close sisters. We
so
talk
great.
all the time. She's so real. We love to get medicated, and she's just a good time gal.
I agree. I think that she's really fun. Sorry, why'd you both stare
The
at me at
pregnant
that?
pause was fierce.
Yeah.
Well,
dude.
I just stopped and you both were staring
Well,
at
it
me.
seemed like you were jumping into the double dutch, but then you didn't do anything.
I didn't say.
All right. We
I
both-
like her. She's fun.
You like her.
know where
Okay,
I
you'll-
recently
she likes
saw-
her. She likes
hey,
her.
I like
Hey,
her.
I like her. I like you, Diabetti.
She's funny on the internet.
We both
On
just
the
saw
internet,
you.
what the shade is rampant. My God,
That's not shade. I'm really trying to
she's
be
funny
nice.
on the internet. Oh, that little
You know
quip
what?
at the
Listen
end.
here, you whore. Now, I had a wonderful
Takes one
time
to know one,
watching-
toots.
We just saw you in
Smell
Alaska's
your labia
art-
from here,
It
bitch.
smells like smoke.
Yeah, barbecue and
Barbecue
what
and
else?
Shrimp.
Shrimp.
We just saw you at Art Pop.
Oh, fun. Yes, Miss Alaska.
You ate
legend
that.
icon.
Oh.
So
Thank
y'all want
you.
some ass?
Yeah, I was given thick and juicy sister.
She toots
yeah.
the booty.
Yes, mama.
Yeah,
and
the
you were
hormones are kicking in.
serving.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I could not hear the music to save my life.
Oh
Well,
God.
there's no.
They were just so loud. The crowd
Oh,
was
the-
so
yeah,
in it.
we
and
were
so
were
fierce.
screaming for
screaming.
you.
I mean, it was
And
amazing.
when that had that breakdown and
Oh.
you were lose. Oh God,
Yes.
it was so
It
good.
was so good.
The
Yeah.
whole show was so incredible.
We did it originally in New York. I want to say maybe a year. I don't
Yeah,
know. I
a
still
while
smoke
ago.
weed, so it's
But
kind
it
of
was,
hard to
it was
remember
at the
timelines.
outdoor venue in New
At
York.
$3
It
bill. No.
was outdoor venue, but we did it inside.
Oh, okay.
She hadn't started the outdoor venue part of that
And
$3
you
bill.
did it in New York.
But I did it in New York with 2 dancers, and so this was kind of the revival, if you will,
Sure.
the off Broadway revival in
Uh-huh.
LA. And I think it went really well, so I'm excited for Alaska to hopefully start bringing all of those productions here.
I
Yes.
texted Nick afterwards, and I was like,
Yeah.
"I'm in the next one." I was like, "I don't care." I was like,
Love it.
I'll be a backup dancer."
Oh,
Like,
you
I
should have
don't
done
care.
swine.
And I thank you.
You're welcome.
But that was so
Was that
fun. The
Shane?
audience was like so like just.
They were in it.
It was-
and
it-
it was star-studded. I saw
it really
afterwards on
was.
Instagram. I was like, oh, I should have stuck around.
It was a guy.
The stars were there.
But you recently posted that you're like
Recovering.
coming off of an injury.
I am.
So what
What
happened?
happened? Who hurt you?
The good lords in Hawaii got me.
Oh, she
Okay,
split you
I
open.
swear to God, every time I go to Hawaii, it's one of my favorite places in the whole world. It's where I truly discovered like the difference of trans identity. I discovered the Mahu culture and realized that I really related to that, which is similar to that of a two-spirit. Anyways, long story short, I feel like because I have such a good time in Hawaii, I always have to like give back. So the
Mm,
last time I was in Hawaii, I lost my Versace clutch. Yeah,
to the island.
to the island.
Got
The
it.
time before that, my computer broke.
To the island.
To the island. This time, my hip broke.
Your
To the
hip
island.
broke?
Yeah, it didn't break, thank
Oh.
God.
Fracture.
I
Fuck.
jumped off a normal sized table like I always do. And
Put that on. a
I
bumper
don't know
sticker.
what happened, but the was not featuring it. And so I literally had to go to the hospital, was on crutches for 3 days. It was a whole thing. I
Oh
didn't
my
tell my
God.
parents because I didn't want them to freak out. And
A
anyways,
hip injury can really take you out.
it
too.
can. So I took it very serious. I really did nothing for the last 2 days in Hawaii. Poor me, poor my vacation, poor the car I rented on Toro. Anyways, I'm not bitter about that, clearly. And
They
I
didn't
left.
take it back a couple days early.
Huh?
They didn't want to take it back a couple days early.
They sure didn't. They said, we'll collect that coin. Good for you. I thought acts of God
Giving-
counted.
Yes.
No,
No,
apparently
giving,
not.
Giving back.
Poor
to the island.
GADWD didn't come for me. It was God, honey. But anyways, so I got home. I canceled one of my gigs, unfortunately, in Austin, which is one of my favorite places to go.
Oh,
Great
yeah.
queso.
Wonderful queso.
Miss Carrie
Kirby ca-
Cole. What?
Kirby Cafe.
Kirby Cafe, Kirby Lane.
Oh.
Kirby Lane Cafe.
Oh, is it called Kirby Lane?
I think it
Cafe?
is Kirby
They
Lane.
got a good white queso. They put guacamole in it.
And chorizo.
Yes, baby.
It's good.
Okay, okay.
White
So I
queso.
ca-
You talking about your date?
Oh,
If he's lucky,
wow.
he's gonna get this shrimp.
Oh my God. So luckily for me, Carrie Colby covered, which was so great. And I got to just really like rest for a week. And then I slowly but surely have started performing again. And then Alaska's was my first time back. And I think I did okay. So I'm,
Yeah.
I
I'm
couldn't
pleased.
tell that you were injured.
Yeah,
at
I'm
all.
not jumping into splits or doing a lot of dips right now, just because, like you said, it is a very serious thing.
Yeah.
And you want to like, take caution with it.
Yeah.
Obviously, I gotta live my life. So I am trying to take it easy, but still give my all.
It's so great that Carrie Colby, another dancing diva, really took your spot
Oh,
when
yeah.
you
don't
were
do that to
injured
her.
because she can do that stuff. And what were you gonna say?
I was gonna just
This
give
is my
you
third Red Bull
plenty
in
of
2
runway
hours.
to be as shady as possible to people significantly more beautiful than you.
Absolutely, I love her, but she knows.
She knows she can't shake her tail feather. We're gonna be right back after
Wow.
this break.
He said it, the mean thing. Mine was funny. And we're back.
Down.
Okay, so we have to go see Wicked when it's in town at
I
Pages
love it.
in 2025.
Okay,
this is a
good.
date. We'll set
Perfect.
it now.
We're setting it now.
Good.
Yes.
No.
Do you think they're gonna do the like a better version of the witch lift?
I hope, but it might be that
What
thing
is
where
the witch lift?
When she
When
sings
she
that
sings
big
the-
no.
Why would they not do that?
The old version, because the show is just celebrated 50
20
years.
20.
seems like 50.
The old version, it was just like a scissor lift. Like she just like rises up,
And
And the
then
skirt
there's a
was
bunch
long,
of fat,
right.
And the skirt was
was long.
Uh-huh.
Now the technology is different. Like she could be on ropes, she could sort of fly around, and so in international productions, she sometimes flies out over the audience because
And
it's
like
the
they
last.
they
thing in the
add a
second
big
act.
billowy skirt to her and they fly her over the audience and she's
Wow.
singing
Like
and they
it's
do
a-
all this other
to your effect.
But
It's giving Phantom of the Opera.
Yeah.
It's giving Miss Saigon.
it's giving Chandelier. Now,
Wow.
and
she-
so we always talk about they
They
could
need to update it.
update that, but they like stay true to the original production.
but I think when
I
Broadway
love when
tours
queer
get-
people talk about how we need to update things to make it of the current age.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. You guys like TikTok, don't you?
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
I mean, it's a perfect musical, and you're like, wow, let's update it, Mom.
Yeah,
It's
that's
actually
it.
not a
It's
perfect
not-
musical.
here
baby.
we go.
Baby,
The
oh,
second
we're gonna
act?
talk
The
about it because
overrated
the second act. The second act.
I feel very attacked.
Can you tell us about Take One at Young Arts?
I can actually. That was a really cool project I just completed. Never felt older in my life, I'll be honest. Young Arts is a program that I completed when I was in high school. So we're talking 007.
Uh-huh.
And it's an amazing arts organization that's existed for many years in Miami, where basically you have to audition to get placed into this week-long program in Miami. So they pick like the best of the best around the United States to come and share their art with each other and compete to win, obviously, gold, silver, bronze. I don't know the order because I won
Participation.
Platinum.
You won platinum, baby.
Oh.
That's about
platinum
gold.
puss, babe. No, and
Diamond.
then through that program, it's the only way you can go on to be a presidential scholar in the arts. So I'm sure you've heard of
Oh.
scholar in the smarts, which is basically like they pick the top. I don't know the actual name. It's like the scholars, whatever.
Scholar in the
No,
round.
presidential scholar. That's
Presidential
just what it
scholar,
is.
right?
Sure.
So they pick like 2 from each state that are like the most smartest.
Yes.
You know, and so then the only way you can be selected as one of the 20 artists is to complete the Young Arts program and then apply in place.
Got it.
So I did all of that. I got to go to the White House, present my work at the Kennedy Center.
in 007.
In
high school?
007, George Bush was the
Wow,
president. So
okay.
at the time, I was not featuring him. Although now, since years have passed and we've had worse presidents, I'm like, okay, he's not that
That's
bad.
the worst.
Well,
But he was there and I got to present my work, like my choreography. It was incredible. So I have stayed in touch with the organization over the decades we're going on since graduating. And I actually have gone back like as a, well, it's called an RA, a resident advisor, but it's like camp counselor. So
Yeah. Sure.
basically you like watch the high schoolers as they come to this week and you make sure they don't like, you know, sneak out and drink or have sex. But you get to watch their art and it's super fun and you're like a mentor. So long story short, I got over that. I got over being a glorified babysitter. I was like, yeah, no, that's not for me anymore. Thank you so much. Let me know when we could collaborate on other things. So before this project I just completed, I did a residency with them, which was, I think, 3 weeks, could have been 6. It was so cool. They gave me, I want to say like $20,000. I hired artists from all around the US, most of which were alumni of the program who I've kept in touch with over the years.
wow.
And we created this installation art. And this was before my transition. So I was sort of exploring gender. And it was like this really cool, like immersive art dance theater experience. So the audience went through 40 at a time and kind of went through the history of gender. So it started with like Adam and Eve. And instead of there being like apples in the tree, it was red high heels. And the Eve bit the high heels down and placed them on her feet. And so that was sort of my metaphorical representation of gender with Adam and Eve. And then they went through metal detectors. The audience had to go through metal detectors and they were, their gender was deciphered, much like it still is to this day, which is very
Wow.
uncomfortable for many trans and gender
Yeah.
nonconforming people. And then the second room was all like about how technology has informed our understanding or ideas of gender. And then the final room was like this beautiful, beautiful woman that actually was a teacher at Young Arts when I went there, who's now just a friend of the organization. And she did this beautiful poem that was all about like stripping gender and representing the non-binary. So it was a beautiful piece, so much fun. Anyways, I had to just keep putting all the things I've done with him. And now, finally, this one take, which was crazy because basically we had 5 minutes to put a piece together. It was 3 dancers, all different categories. So I was choreographer, one was a ballerina, and one was modern. And yeah, we heard the song right on the spot, had 5 minutes to come up with a dance, and then we shot it right away in one take. So super cool project. Both of them were like 12
Wow.
years old, and there I was, like, the only trans person up in a leotard, like still giving it my all. And I felt like I really blended with the two of them, which made me feel really good, I guess, as a dancer too, because it's been a long time since I've slipped into my modern contemporary world.
Mhm.
But
Right.
it's always like one of those like tools in my box that every time I pull it out, it may be a little rusty, but it's still there. So it was so fun. And thank you for bringing that up because it's one of the projects I did this year that I'm very proud of.
Well, it was like lovely to watch it, but I was waiting for a death drop. I was waiting for you to stunt on those little whores.
It's a dip, mama.
Dip.
Yes.
Come on now.
Oh, right.
Right.
Well, because
Now-
I can't do them, I mislabeled
Right,
them all the
because when
time.
you see them, you think of death.
Yes,
Right.
Yeah.
I'm like, I wish.
I just recently returned from doing like a project that's so different from what we do here and
Okay.
what, do in nightlife. And isn't it so refreshing to like sort of tap into that other side of you that totally exists, but because of the hustle of making a YouTube show and going on tour and getting outfits made and like being an internet celebrity, that hustle, you just continue to do it.
Yeah,
And it feels like scary to stop.
it does.
It feels like scary to say, I'm going to take 6 weeks off and go dance.
Right, and go do this creative art project.
But didn't it like fuel you?
It
in,
did.
Like, such a
It definitely
different
fueled
way?
me in such a different way. And I think ultimately it just re-inspired me to remember like you are an artist first and foremost. Like
Right.
drag is something you do, but art is like who you really are.
Mhm.
And yeah, it's kind of an interesting place right now as the year is winding down. I'm actually kind of going back to the choreography roots.
It's both.
It's
Well,
both.
you've been doing a lot of choreography.
I mean, a lot, as in like 3 projects this year. So to me,
Only
that's not
3?
a lot.
I feel
but
like you've choreographed for like a bunch of different people.
I choreographed for Laguna Blue this year, which was
Yes.
amazing. Her music video, Elle Woods, which was super fun. I'm also working on a brand new original musical called Misstep, which is super cool, all about trans and non-binary individuals. And I'm the co-choreographer of that, working with Connor Gallagher, who is Tony nominated Broadway choreographer. He did Beetlejuice. So very like honored to be working on that.
You better work, bitch.
But yeah, so now I'm gearing up to do some more. I'm about to go work with Lady Camden on her one-woman show for Christmas.
Fun.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I
the
should,
millionaire
I
queen,
should
Lady
know.
Camden.
Oh my God, I'm dead. The
Why is she a millionaire?
She's a
You don't know
millionaire.
that
You don't
tea?
know?
No.
Oh baby. Okay, so when Work the World went to, Brandon's gonna call me after this.
No,
He's
you're
like,
gonna get
girl,
I saw
so
this.
you have directive notes and you wanted to spill the tea.
It was like the Twitter beef with the Italian
Yeah.
Drag Race
Yes.
girl. Okay.
And they said something about, well, Lady Camden is over there making millions
Oh,
on
yes.
Work the World. Let me just spoil it for anyone who thinks that we make $1 million, Mama. Not even close. Not even close.
But you get paid enough. You
we get paid
a lot.
wonderfully. It's a wonderful job. I totally understand where the other person was coming from.
Yes, absolutely.
Millionaire.
But ultimately, it was like, of all the queens you could have picked, you picked Lady Camden, who's
Yeah.
like one of the nicest, sweetest.
Call
like,
Bianca a
truly
millionaire.
most
Right,
talented,
she
yes.
is.
Call the bitch who's a
Well,
millionaire
the
a
thing
millionaire.
was,
Right.
the thing was, is that the girls from other countries, like not the regular American.
You don't have to say it so demeaningly.
Am I being
Not
demeaning?
the regular American ones.
Not from the flagship RuPaul's Drag Race. The
flagship.
You're gonna get canceled.
Other, you're gonna. This
next
is
to
me
her.
canceling everybody. It's me and this shrimp alone, baby. Now
just
she's
kidding.
just upset because they don't get to go on those. They don't get invited on those tours.
Yeah, and did seasons 1 through 6 or 7 even begin to do big
No.
tours?
No.
So yeah, it builds. It takes time.
It does.
Just wait until there's an international All Stars and try to get on that.
But again, to have the coin flipped, I can understand again where that person was coming from
Of
because
course.
one
Yes,
of the
of
tours I did
course.
on Work the World was the Australian leg, and so I got to like meet all the current Australian queens who
Spanky.
were so cool, so nice. I loved them. But just hearing the difference, right, from their experience and what they're really able to do when they get off the show, it is
Totally
night and
different.
day
Yes.
from the classic. What did you call it?
Flagship.
The
Flagship.
We call it
I called it
flagship.
the regular.
Flagship. The regular, schmegular.
girl.
So,
the real
I-
show.
you know,
the real
I feel for them, but as I told them, look, at the end of the day, when I got off RuPaul's Drag Race, I was on Logo TV on a Monday night.
Mm-hmm.
People hated me, and a year later, it was like, boom. And that's because I worked my ass off. So that's what I always say. It's like, maybe you weren't given the largest platform. Maybe you aren't given the most amount of support. But at the end of the day, it is up to you as an artist to take that 15 seconds and do with it with what you can.
Yes.
You know?
Absolutely.
Make the most of it.
Yeah.
So-
I saw an amazing meme of you.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, was it? Wait, what was yours? I
What
just
was
saw a good
yours?
one.
Yeah, you tell yours.
It was you when you were standing in the hallway with the big wig on. Yeah, but
Yeah.
they added some song to it that really
Oh.
sent me.
Don't cry.
No,
out
it was
loud.
like an upbeat song, and it was you just like, I don't know, it was good.
To the beat of the music. I love
Yes,
that.
It was wonderful. What was yours?
It was some gay sex joke about like me when I find out that the top isn't after I've cleaned out for 5 hours. You know, some sort of thing where it's like how you just have to react on your own.
And
like,
what was I doing?
that? It was the same image. It's making the
Oh.
rounds and
It's
people are
coming
applying.
back. People are using
Oh.
it again on TikTok, Mama,
You know?
where everyone who hates Wicked goes.
Okay, apparently. Yeah, you and John Sabili, girl. How do
He
you-
doesn't like Wicked.
No, he said something recently. I saw it on TikTok, and it was with two gays. And he has a new podcast
Yeah.
called like, I don't know, The Three Stooges. That's not what it's called.
No,
but
it's him and Ian
Yeah.
and
Oh, I saw one where they did
Another
Mary
year.
Kill with their exes.
Exactly, it's
and I
that
was
show.
Like, if,
but they were talking about Wicked, and he's all overrated, and they both,
No,
they
okay,
both
it's-
gasp.
it's
They both
not
gasp.
overrated. It's just okay. So you recently officiated a wedding. What was that like?
It wasn't recent. That was the Throwback Thursday.
Oh.
But I did do that. Oh, it's fine.
she daggers at me.
That's
Prepared
fine.
the question.
Wow, the researcher. No, it was super fun. I love doing weddings. I've actually done several now. My favorite one being my best friends. I married them.
Julia Roberts.
Julia Roberts, absolutely. Yeah, my best friend Julia. No, I love weddings. I think it's like a really special moment. I've always been that girl who can go to them and not know the bride or the groom, and I still end up crying. Like, I just love them, and I like feel the energy. And I think I'm really good at it because most people, obviously, who are hiring me to do their wedding want like a, you know. And now, in the face of God, I present you a sickening couple. You may kiss your bride. Oh, grr, you know, they want that. So I'm really good at like delivering.
Cut that. I want that at my wedding.
See?
I want that.
See, she knows.
Yeah. So, you know, I love it because it's like I get to do this thing that makes me really happy. And then I also make them happy. And then every year on their wedding anniversary, I'm getting the throwback picture. And it's like I keep up with the couple and it's cool, you know?
I love
it's
that.
it's a fun part of my career that I never expected to happen.
Yeah.
You know, I literally got it just so that I could marry my best friends. And then when I was officiated, I was like, well, why not advertise that I do this now?
Yeah.
Just to see, right? And then all of a sudden, the gays were booking the doll.
I had to get ordained a long time ago because I did a wedding in Vegas. And it
Okay.
was like, I thought it was going to be very difficult to become ordained. And it was like a couple of
Oh,
clicks
girl,
and
yeah.
a meeting and we were done. Okay. I love weddings, but what is your favorite type of wedding cake? Like, what would you have if you got married?
Oh my God. Okay, well, first off, when I get married, not if, but when I get married, it's going to be like, have you ever seen that one in Crazy Rich Asians where the water's flowing down?
Yeah.
Yeah, girl. I'm giving you very that at my wedding.
Oh, hell yes.
I want
Flood
like
that
full
church.
on productions. I want Casey Musgraves to sing Late to the Party. That's going to be my first dance. And I don't really like cake. I'll be honest. I'm
Oh,
not a
no.
cake girl.
You just like serving it?
Exactly.
Do you like
Um,
candy?
I like candy.
Cake and candy?
Yeah. I really like cookie cake.
Oh,
Do you know it? Like Mrs.
yes.
Fields with the large chocolate chip
Yes.
with the icing. So that's what I get every year for my birthday.
I love, do you know
So
it?
ideally, I would love to have that at my wedding.
Okay.
But I assume like I'll want like a tiered vibration.
yeah.
So I probably would have like a classic yellow cake or a funfetti
Funfetti.
with like a
Funfetti's nice.
gorgeous
Good.
cream frosting,
Mhm.
maybe chocolate. So the cake is vanilla, frosting is chocolate vibe.
Ooh, Yes.
Why?
A silky ganache.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe with a little nutmeg.
Oh, and
in
if
it?
there's layers, I want like some like delicious, you know.
Like strawberry jam.
I
or,
don't like that.
raspberry.
I like a straw. I don't.
No, hey,
Not
not
that.
that.
I like that with cheesecake.
Oh yeah,
like a
sure.
strawberry.
Well, I
and-
would.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have cheesecake at my wedding.
Are you?
It's not
Okay.
gonna be regular cake. People are gonna just eat the cheesecake and live.
Yeah.
Cheesecake.
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 Why does it always, for a wedding, it always makes me think of some sort of fruit filling and like
Because that's what
with
everyone
a
gets.
yellow or a
Well,
white
I think
cake.
because most weddings you're going to are with fruits.
Yeah, that's true.
There it is.
That's very accurate. All right, we'll be right back after this break. Fruit.